Hello and welcome to Kate and Kat's podcast. We run our podcast a little differently than most. Our podcasts are completely spirit-led, and we never know who we're going to have on or what's going to come up to heal. Every episode is a new adventure, where we walk people through healing anything from spirit guides to past lives to inner child work, how the energies and trauma affects the mechanical workings of our physical bodies, and exploring time, space, and dimensions and how it's all happening now. This podcast is for beginners and experts alike. This can be considered explicit content to some, as we do not edit ourselves, and sometimes deep trauma work comes up unexpectedly. And also, we cuss like sailors.
On this episode of Kate and Kat Live, we're joined by our good friend Tara Shannon111 from TikTok. Tara visited the area and we brought her on live to have some fun. We got Kerr the Medium 225 to join us on the screen, and once we did, we started asking a few questions about why we create healings, what's the purpose behind it, what not to give away, and we walked people through a little bit of that kind of conversation of what's the point of this, what are you in here for, and maybe don't give everything away. After Kerr had to leave, we went ahead and brought on our good friend Wicked Rose Healing over on TikTok, and we carried on the conversation a little bit further with Sarah Abby 07 from TikTok in the comments section asking us about a healing they had been creating for the last couple of days. We all worked together and added to that healing and carried it forward so you can witness that process. So, I guess, without further ado, if you love bad bitches, and that is your fucking problem, on with the podcast.
Hello, everyone. Oh my god, that sounds crazy.
Hola.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello. Long time no see.
Wow, your background looks really familiar. I just can't put a place to it though.
Where is Tara?
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Oh, you know what would be fun?
What?
I see Kerr. I'm just doing this real quick. There'll be a lot of people on here, but I see Kerr on here, and I don't know if Coraline is on here. But bringing them on and walking them through how to find each other earlier and later, because they wanted to do that, would be really fun.
Would y'all want to do that, Kerr?
I don't know if they're both on here, though. I gotta turn the volume down, because it is too much for my ears.
She says, yes, let me get her. Let me get her.
Oh, that would be super fun. Can we fit that many people on the screen? That's what she said?
I think so. I think it's like 8, right? Is it?
Oh, they might be in the same box. Also what she said. Because they live next to each other.
Good point.
Because they go live together sometimes.
Just so you guys know, there's going to be a magic trick happening while we're filming this. My hair is going to continuously get bigger and bigger because it's really humid out.
Because it's humid out.
It's just going to go.
Oh, Kerr just came home, so no, they can't do it. Some other time. It's a good idea, though.
Ah, okay.
Would anyone like to come on and heal something specifically? Like they've been wanting to work with us, or they've got something in mind, or they need help with something specifically and like to come on camera?
Sorry. Tara's hair. I'm like hyper focused on it now.
You told Kate there was going to be a magic trick. She's like,
show me, Tara.
It'll happen progressively as we do this.
Oh, Kerr said I messaged her to come in.
okay. I'm drinking Bay Boost because of Kate. I just want to point out that everybody... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. I tagged you in a post, Kat, where it's like this old grandma singing fucking Dracula by Rob Zombie. She's like, dig through the ditches and burn. It's so good.
That's great. Tara's drinking out of the, that's what she said, coffee mug.
Yes.
Yes.
You better work Miss Lion's maid.
Yep.
Can you help me be? Can you help me specify my healing I've been trying? Yeah, if you want to come on and do that, you totally can. We like helping people create stuff. Anything that will help people like conceptualize and click it into place, that's weird. And it helps you as the process. We're all about that.
Hey, Kat, you look like really like there's a watery filter. I don't know if you need to like wipe your camera.
Yeah, you look pixelated.
Yeah.
I'm not on my end, I don't. So let's see. I don't think it's a camera thing. It might be a Wi-Fi thing.
No, you're right. It might be a Wi-Fi thing. Dang it.
There she is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Kerr's coming on.
Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all.
I feel like the Brady Bunch. That's the way.
I know. Whoa.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, Kat. Where'd you go?
Sorry.
So, can y'all hear me? I don't have a mic.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, I've been working on something. I can see the body like in a 3D form. Like, here's an example. Coraline the other day, she was like, my neck feels like it's really tight. So I can see it and actually go into the muscle system and see it like in a 3D form. It's like the body is on a 3D grid almost. And I can see the actual muscle that is tight and learn how to open it and loosen it. And I put in Kerr sprinkles. So I've done the energy thing.
What is Kerr sprinkles?
So that's what I was saying. I've done something where it's to activate Kerr sprinkles for pains and sprains. It's like I go in with my energy, and that's what it looks like. It's light blue sprinkles.
I have
And it's like
that
I
for
lace
muscles.
whatever is in pain almost. So I was just wondering if there's a way I can generalize it for other people to use.
Yeah.
It looks to me like rectangular fragments of you.
Oh.
But they're
Like they're literally sprinkles of Kerr.
Yeah.
So I'm literally
not.
living myself there almost?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And make it's
Awesome.
like a crystal. You look like a crystal, a rectangular crystal. If selenite was blue, then it's like selenite crystal.
That makes sense because it's the healing thing. So if she has different healings or different justice work or whatever, it's going to be a different color.
Okay. Most of the time it shows up like turquoisey, light blue.
Yeah. That's
Really
funny.
cool.
That's really funny.
Because at first I was just trying it like, okay, I'm going to pretend like I can see you and I know where the pain is. But now it's like I see the body in this 3-dimensional form and I can go into the actual muscle system and find the actual muscle that is like pulling. It's like an accordion constricted. And it's like I hold it in my hand and I can feel it release, open back up.
You magic school bus that shit.
Whee! I did.
Yeah. So you want to make
it's
that
really
available for others? I want to ask why you would like to make it available for others, just out of curiosity. Why would anybody who makes healings, because we make healings available all the time, but what is your idea of something that you would, for people listening that want to try to do this work for themselves?
Mhm.
And I want to ask all three of you, actually. I really want to know. What is something like that you would want to keep just for yourself? Why would you want to keep it just for yourself, as an example? And then what is a reason why you would want to let other people access it? Kerr, what about you?
I'm here to help people. That's what I'm here for. I did nursing for 10 plus years and now I've found my new self. And if I think someone can benefit from my help, I want them to use it.
Okay.
That's what my
And
role is.
What about if it's damaging to yourself? We're going to make it so it's not, but how does that kind of stuff play into your process of things? Or also exchange of energy that you make sure that you get it back, which usually is a form of money. So how are you getting your energy back that you're giving away so freely also?
I gain within myself, not just money, tangible something, but I gain just from helping people. So
You get love.
it's like I'm winning when I'm able to help someone. When someone says like, oh, that helped, the biggest relief.
I don't think you heard Kate, but your action said that you did. She said you get love, and you went like this.
That's
What
spot
would
on.
be an example of something that you wouldn't want to give away? If someone's trying to create these things for themselves, or healings for themselves, and they're like, this would be great for me, but if other people access this, oh no. Can you think of anything? Or so far have you not come up against that?
Well, I protect myself from people pulling my energy that they're not supposed to pull. I do like a protection bubble. So I guess they wouldn't be able to pull that.
What do your protection bubbles look like?
I pretend like there is a energy force, a bubble around me. That's what I look like. It looks like mesh.
Pause. When she says pretend, you're it's not pretending. You're
True.
I know, but what people call your imagination is actually your intuition. I just want to add note for anybody listening. Keep going, sorry.
So I picture myself with an energy form around me. It's like mesh. So there's small holes in it. So I can push out if I want to, but there's like a screen of protection for people that want to pull or enter my field.
Like those balls, like those squishy balls where it's like energy comes out and then it pops back in. That's what it looks like. Okay, cool.
I was just working with someone the other day who had something similar. So that's really cool. Like literally had the little triangles and stuff. That same analogy.
Yeah, like the fence behind Tara there. That's what it looks like.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Tara, what about you? I'm curious. What would you, because you've been making healings now for a couple of years and sending them out. So what is something that you find that you want to do yourself, or like what motivates you to send it out? How do you get energy back to you?
So the reason why I send my healings out and make them available for everyone is to heal as much trauma as possible. I've always wanted to help people, but when I was younger, I wasn't really sure how. I thought maybe I wanted to go into like nursing, but then I was like, and that's when I got into hair. I was like, oh, I can help people and make them feel better by doing hair. And then that was like, So now I'm into this, and like I really love that I can help people the way, like energetically the way I do now. And how I make sure that I get my energy back is I do have to spend a decent amount of time like by myself. I do like my like recharge alone time. I also get it through listening to music, doing art. And then I also tend to have like really strong boundaries when it comes to other people, so that they don't take a lot of my energy. But
how did you get those boundaries? Because I'm someone who's worked really hard at developing boundaries, and I know that Kate is too. Kerr, I don't know about you, about your boundaries, but if you're in the nursing field, I'm guessing that you probably had an issue with boundaries as well.
Yeah.
I learned that I was being overly friendly when I was like talking to people. Like, I don't want to say like I was being too nice, but I used to when I would text people, like, let's say the point that I had to get across was, oh, I'll talk to you later. Like, I would send a whole paragraph of stuff saying, like, filled with fluff, like, oh, I'll talk to you tomorrow. It was so nice talking to you. I really loved reaching out. And people think, oh, this person really, really wants to talk to me all the time. And it's not that I don't want to talk to people all the time. It's I do not have the bandwidth to talk to every single person for hours a day. And I've learned that I have to find that balance between being friendly, because I want to be really friendly, but I've learned that people tend to take advantage of it. So if I do come across like a little bit short with my replies, I try to make it so that it's friendly, but it's also not inviting to keep having the conversation going.
Hey, Kate, I want to know why you're like the same questions, but also because I don't know if everybody knows a backstory about you, about the way that your brain works, and how, like, we know that you're a seer.
Mm.
You're pretty open with the fact that you have Asperger's.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you're, so it's almost like you've had to learn how to human, then understand that not every human that way, then understand how you human, then understand how to spirit guide, then how to understand how to communicate with spirit guides, then how to explain it to the humans in the way that they human. So even though we all do that to an aspect, yours is pretty like graphed out, is what I'm seeing. So before that part, like, why do you particularly create healings, developed healings? What did you have that in mind? And why did you, what is something that would be personal to you that you would not give out?
The
And how do you,
reason
what do you get back and like that kind of stuff?
Okay. The reason why I started creating healings and letting other people access them is because I don't ever want anyone to feel the way that I felt my entire life. And I know that there's people that have felt even worse. And when I think about that, it hurts a lot. So I don't want anybody to ever go through that. I can't stop it, but I can help. You know.
And what do you get back from giving out? What have you noticed, physical or energetically?
I have not paid attention to that, to be honest.
Okay.
It seems like I get a lot of it back in money, though.
Okay.
Money and energy. I have a lot more energy.
What's an example of something that you would make for yourself that would just be for you that you would not give out? And then why wouldn't you give it out?
I was thinking about this really hard. It's like, well, fuck. I guess it's like a filter of how I see people, because I don't want everybody to access my filter because I don't have a filter. So my filters are going to be very specific. To me, this is how I can see so clear, is because I don't subscribe to pantheons. I don't subscribe to anything like that. And so it's like, if I put this filter on, my Kate filter, it's so I can understand this person better, and not understand this aspect of them, but understand this aspect. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect sense. How have you learned how to develop boundaries? I want to ask you that too, Kerr. But I want to see Kate, because I feel like you've had to do it, then undo it, then do it, then undo it, then do it, then undo it.
I've learned that some people will literally suck you dry. And if I don't, I have to look at them through the seer eye instead of my physical eyes. And if I see them look, I don't really know how to explain it. There's like a tube. And if I see that they're draining this tube, then it's like, I will have to be mean, and I don't like to, but I'll just be like, you're leeching off of me, or like, shut up, or leave me alone.
She won't say it though. She won't say it.
No, I get pretty violent though in my head.
When we try to figure out this perspective, I want to share when Kate and I decide when to go live, because sometimes it'll be like a month where we don't go live, and then sometimes we go live once or twice a week. And it's literally like a battery. And if Kate's been giving too much, she can't go live, because she's like, she can visually see the battery. And she's like, the battery says no, because it will drain me. But like, it's like, oh, I have a bank of energy. Like, I have 2 batteries. So yeah, we can go live, and it's good. And then that's why we don't have a schedule, and why we never know when we're going fucking live. Because it's like, oh, we can do that now. And then now we have this podcast option. So we've been able to kind of fit in energetically how to do this and go and fit more of a schedule in. And we have banked lives, which helps us out too, because that takes the pressure off of things. And I do want to mention that, because those of you who want to start a podcast or whatever, people ask Kate and I to make a podcast a million times over, and we don't have time for that. Not even realizing that's what we do when we go live. So we had all this banked stuff. Like, I know that Kerr, you and Coraline go live. You go live by yourself too. So you guys already have banked podcasts. Tara, you've gone live before, but I don't know if you save them.
I accidentally deleted ours, but I think that was actually on purpose because of who.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried.
Kerr, I wanted to ask you how you have developed boundaries, especially with the nursing stuff, because it's like wearing your heart on your sleeve, going in it, and then developing into this. I know you go live, I've seen you do oracle card readings live a bunch, and I know that that's for payment. How have you developed your own personal boundaries while stepping into these different facets of yourself?
I was really hitting on what Kate was saying as far as like people trying to drain you and everything. So it's like and I try to explain this to other people. It's like when you have all these abilities that we have and we're able to help other people's, we're a beacon of light. And people want to, it's like a moth to a flame. They want to be on that light and they try to drain it because they feel like that's the way to obtain that light. But you can't let them drain it, because it comes down to like the narcissists and those type of people. Like, they see your light and yeah, they drain you. They pull it out of you. You have to learn how to stop them. And it's like when she was saying she can't call someone out and say no, I can't either. I'm not like that, but I will cut you off real quick. I have had to cut off a lot of people. Like, you're not in my highest good. You're pulling my energy. No, thank you. You're not part of my life anymore.
I'll say something really calmly.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just, I'll just say it really calmly. In my head, I'm very violent, and then I'll just be like, you're doing this and this and this. And if they come back at me, instead of coming from a place of understanding, like a wall gets put up, and I'm like, you're not for me. No.
Yes. And you have to look at it like, well, they're probably going through this, and this. That's why they are the way they are.
Yeah, it's
there's more to it.
Sorry.
I've done that my whole life, and it took a long time for me, because literally literally did some horrible shit to someone in my family, and I literally went always to a place of like love, light, and forgiveness. And it took a lot to be like, no, fuck that motherfucker. They shouldn't have done that. Fuck that shit. So that took a long time for me to get there. It's the good in you that's like, no, it's okay, but it's really not the best for you, and you have to let go. Right.
But I want to, I want to say that they're not aware of it a lot of the time. There's people in the comments asking, and it's like, no, probably about 90% of the time they're not aware. They just know that they feel real good after talking to you, and you feel like shit. That's all they feel. So they're like, oh yeah, I really like talking to Kerr. I really like talking to Tara. I really like talking to Kat. They make me feel so good. And yet when we're done talking to them, we're like, ugh.
And it's almost like an addiction for them. They keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to answer this stuff, since I am probably the most public with the healings and giving out the things and protecting the energy and all of that. I've had people in my comments before be like, oh, can you feel me? I've heard someone go like, can you feel me? When I go, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm like, no, I don't tune into anybody unless I specifically am like tuning into them. So an example of like why I give out healings is I have a different reason, of course, giving just like everybody else, but my main goal is to help everybody remember and 100% trauma cleanup. So if I can go, I know this sounds crazy, but try it, and then they have a tangible thing that doesn't make them, that's why I like started this thing, because I'm like, if they have a tangible thing that they can like see or try or conceptualize and digest, and then they feel or see the results in them, then they go, I know it's crazy, but I felt it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own scent. I like all of the senses. So I was like, if I can figure this out, that's why I give out the healings, is to help people remember that they can do this too, that they can do these healings as well. An example of a healing.
What is that click, click noise? It's going to bother Ben when he's editing.
Backfeed. It's just backfeed. There's two people without mics.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
It is. It's gonna bother him.
Okay.
Cat, a van just pulled up out back and has the window cracked.
A white van. There's always one 24/7 out there.
Yeah,
Kate's gonna go fuck it.
And another one just pulled up and it's like, hi.
No, that's the FedEx. That one's the FedEx. Oh, the second white van.
Yeah, it says it's irrigation, which makes no sense.
Yeah, it's humid as fuck and it's irrigation. Okay, cool. So an example of a healing that I would not give away is my sexual energy. When I'm doing stuff like that, I'm creating a healing with everything that I do. So that's an example of something that I would keep for myself and not give out to anybody.
Good point.
I can't make that like backbeat go away.
I know.
Let me turn my volume down to see if it's
I have music playing in the other room. It might be me, but I need to go, ladies. I have to go get ready.
Oh.
Okay.
I just wanted to come in and chat for a minute. I'm so glad I got to talk
Hold
to
on,
y'all.
Kerr, I want to help you real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good.
Spirit, if it's in my highest good.
Please allow my soul
Please allow my soul
to fragment out
to fragment out
to do the work it needs.
to the work it things. Is that
To
what you
do
said?
the work it needs
To do the work it needs
while allowing my
while
Human.
allowing my human
to remain human
to remain human
and get the rest it needs.
and get the rest it needs.
And then you should be set up and good to go. And that way you can fragment out and people can access the healing and it doesn't affect your human life.
Yes, I saw that. I saw everything just kind of whoop, all into one. I love
Okay,
that.
well-
Thank you.
Well, thanks for hanging out and sharing your insight and stuff. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Bye, Kurt.
I love y'all.
Love you too. Bye, Kurt.
Bye.
Another way that I protect my energy on stuff, something that I started really, really, really early on TikTok, and I've made videos on this before, but it'd be nice to mention it again, is you guys can follow along with this because you'll probably use it. I think you two already do, Kate and Tara, which is spirit, if it's in my highest good, please infuse my energy imprint into my videos on social media, but disconnect the cord leading back to me. And I've actually had people go, I love your energy and I want to book with you, but I can't feel you. I can't feel you out. I can't read you. And I'd be like, yep, good. Then it's working. Dude, you don't get to just have access to me just because. And I've been on lives with people before, like jumped on someone else's live, and I can feel that they have like a heart palpitation issue or an ear infection. I can't hear you. Come a little closer. But I'll feel them, and I'm not trying to, but the energy is going. So, you have to have the ability to open that up and close it down, because it's no wrong or right. It's just being in control of it. There's so many noises in my house today. Bye, I love you.
Bye, love you, Chris.
There goes the noise pollution, Chris.
That's funny. Is there anybody else that wants to come on here then?
We've been doing it like total like podcast style, like asking
I know.
questions. We
I feel
haven't
like
been
I'm on
doing
The View.
healing stuff. You're on The View. Oh my god. Anybody else happen to want to come on and do some healy thingies?
Even you, Nikki.
No, Nikki doesn't want to.
I know, that's why I winked. Come on.
Or is there anything else, like you guys can say in the comments and ask more questions on how we specifically do what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always up for questions. No thanks.
No thanks.
You sure, Nikki? I don't know what Zoom TMR is.
Tomorrow. Zoom.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Wicked's going to be visiting soon.
Oh, Sybil. Too.
I just invited Wicked on.
Hey,
Hey, kiddo.
hey,
Hey.
what's up?
So I'm going to ask you the same questions that I asked everybody else, but I don't know how much of it you were here for, so I'm going to ask it to you in like little segments. You ready?
Let's go.
Why do you make healings available for others to access?
I want everyone to grow as I'm growing. Because if I grow, everyone else grows and heals.
What is it that, what's an example of something that you would not let other people access that you develop for yourself?
My own personal protection.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like specific for you. And also if you let people, like protection specifically, if you let other people know about it or have it, then it's like a loophole kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you get back from giving out? Does it come to you? What do you notice? Does it come to you in like friends, finances, rest, relaxation?
Love.
It comes back to you in love. Yep, it's worth it.
Yep.
The love is worth it. And then, how did you learn to set up boundaries with being a healer and a giver? Because you're a little bit on the justice side too. So your answer might be slightly different than ours.
My own personal experiences. I feel it's one way to only learn. It's by what you go through.
So it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I apply what I go through. If someone comes to me, I apply what I go through to them to help me navigate what they need help
Yeah.
going through.
That's an important point I want to talk on real quick, super fast. I have also set up, and it sounds like you guys probably have as well. I set it up for all who need to work with me specifically come to me. And you just say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good, please allow all that need my specific help to find me. And that way you're not like out there searching for the people. And when they come to you, you have life experiences that will match exactly what they have. Like I was talking to Tara about that the other day. We all have weird life experiences where we're like, oh, funny enough, I know what that is, that trivia question. I learned that in 3rd grade. I don't know why I need it. It's for this. Okay.
Yep. That's how my dad thought a lot too. He was full of useless information and facts like that. Like
Which
random
were super
facts.
useful.
Yeah. Yep. Which he would tell you at the time, like, oh, okay, thanks. Maybe I'll need that another time, but I don't need it right now.
From Uncle John's bathroom reader. That's where it got it
A lot of that stuff, yeah.
from.
So what do you want to
Like-
work on, babe? Do you have anything in mind?
No, I figured I was just pulled to come, so
Cool.
Here I am. hey.
We're very likely going to be meeting Wicked pretty soon in person. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if your dates will overlap, you and Tara, but
We're leaving on the 24th, so
Yeah, I'll be home by then.
that's fine. We don't care. We're still going to meet you soon.
Yeah, you guys have fun.
next time.
Yes.
Funny.
Next time.
Trying to think of anything in particular. It's better when we're all, it's hard when well, not hard. The way, like when a bunch of healers get together, the way that we heal things is we start talking about something and we're just like casually talking and all of a sudden we're like, wait a second. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
we gotta heal that. What is that? So it's a little bit more difficult to be like, what do I need? Because we're so focused on like someone coming to us.
I felt pulled to come on here. I don't know why. So
Well, you're a healer too. That's what I'm talking about. It's more difficult.
I
It's
was
just
like, oh, come on.
oh.
Come on.
It's like very, this feels very human, like teaching human to be more human vibes. Like everyone
Hey,
coming on here.
Sarah
Yeah.
said, in our session, clouds came up and you guys wanted to help me make a healing, but at the time I wasn't able to, but certain words have been looping in my thoughts.
Okay. What words?
So Sarah is the one that wrote that, and Sarah lives in Portland, and there's a lot of cloud coverage there.
I think it's
And
Washington.
mm,
Is it Portland? Because
it was
I thought it
I
was
think it's
Seattle.
Portland. Oh, Seattle. It is Seattle. Never mind.
Mhm.
Seattle. Some hipster place.
Some farmer's market. Which is funny because that's where she does work.
So I don't know about you guys, but I noticed that as soon as that van pulled away, our feedback stopped.
Oh, that's interesting.
Probably because I stopped fucking him. Anyway, Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
Can't listen to me if all you hear is smacking. So, did she not hear the question?
Yeah, she did. She said Seattle, Washington.
No, the words.
What do you mean?
Emotions, conducive, release. Kate, too funny. Oh, the words are emotion, conducive, and release. She said she was trying to think of how she could help more with the clouds, and words kept looping. So I said, what word?
Oh, Because when we were working with you, when it came to the cloud specifically, it's about cloud coverage for the right times. Like if someone needs, if they work outside, they need cloud coverage in the morning time. If someone is creative or restful or meditative, they might need the rain during these certain hours. So it was something about like setting the clouds up which are conducive to the people and not just like an overall
Umbrella. I'm hearing umbrella.
okay. Yeah, she tried to do an umbrella. There was an umbrella involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to, this made me think, I used to work at Land of Make Believe. It's a mini like amusement park for kids. And I was a ride operator. So I stood there on the ride all day, hitting the button, going up and down. Some days it was really hot. And some days I would sit there and I'd pray for rain to come because it was too freaking hot. But we all had like a little, like, you know, one of those like little shields, but it, you know, as the sun would go, you'd be baking in the sun, and they would walk around with, let's say you walk around with an ice bucket and give you a cold barrel to put around your neck to cool you off.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that was kind of like an umbrella for me. Like that nice cold water. And like, it kind of like, I guess that's a healing.
Oh,
It is.
yeah. Because it could be the same with warmth too. In Alaska, we would put those hot packs, hot hand packs on the top of our spine, and it would warm your whole body. So it's the same concept. So what would that be? An icy
Well, it's kind of
rain?
like the internal heating and cooling system, but it's the external heating and cooling system. But it would be whatever names that you guys wanted to use. Like, I don't know if you want to put your like first names or like you use your Wicked name a lot. But I don't know if you want to do Captain Kate if they do Wicked, or if you both want to use your first names.
External sounds good. External
That's
heating and cooling instead of the internal.
Just no names.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's
No,
what
that's
everybody's
cool.
equipped with.
yeah.
It would be like their own equipment.
Okay, but that's not what Sarah needs. But that is a healing that needs to be out there. So if you want to make that Wicked, I'll duet it and let people know about it. If not, I can put it on the
Right,
page.
yeah.
But also, if everyone gets what they need, does that cause chaos? No, it shouldn't cause chaos. Oh, you mean like if one person has their own little cloud over their head and another person's like, I wanted some days
because
today.
in my situation, the person was distributing it to everybody working. So it was going to everybody who wanted it. And some people walk around and say, some people would deny it because they had their bottle of Gatorade and they'd be fine. So it was their choice.
This is what you need, Sarah. To your healing, Sarah, you need to add in there to activate if it's in the highest school and if it's in the highest good and their soul consents to activate everyone's individual external heating and cooling system with the clouds conducive to society.
That's making me really sleepy.
That's why I said it was your names, because it's yours. Because yours is the heating and yours is the cooling. So you might want to speed that up. Okay, thanks.
Activate the ripple healing to it. I'm getting the need to add the closing statements to it too, so that's what I'm going to do.
Wait, before you do the closing statements, Tara, you are connected to the water, the rain itself. So there's something about like Kate has the heating pad.
Yep.
Wicked has the cooling towel.
Okay.
The liquid that goes into it that comes from Sarah's clouds.
Okay.
So you need to help heat it up or cool it down or be activated. What do you need?
I would talk to the clouds when I would want it to rain too. So maybe there's something you need from me.
Yeah.
I'm hearing purify.
Okay. That adds healing to it too, which is good because that calms them the fuck down. Because like if you're too hot or too cold, you're probably fucking pissed too.
Right,
But
right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Sarah says activate when needed.
I can't see comments anymore.
Oh, shit. Sorry. So, Tara, can you add that to the healing?
Spirit, please apply Kara's cleansing, purifying water to the healing.
And then before we, I can see your test, Kate, that you typed.
Yeah.
Before we apply the closing statements, then we need to spread it everywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Spirit, if it's in the highest good and all souls consent, please copy and paste this healing/working to every person, place, thing, or entity that needs it, or situation that needs it, scattered throughout space, time, spaces in between, dimensions, realms, pocket dimensions, timelines, multiverses, and realities. Tara added that one today, and I really like that one. That makes my mouth real dry. Also, infuse in this healing the internal heating and cooling system, conducive to each individual. Okay. Okay, now I can do closing statements. Do you want me to do the full closing statements, or do you just want to say closing statements?
Do you have a full closing statements healing? Okay. Spirit of Sinai, good, please activate Kat's full closing statements healing to this whole working.
And just to let you guys know, the closing statements are located in my link tree, and they're under a tab that says closing statements.
Please speed this up by 10 trillion years or more necessary.
Sarah, you might want to speed it up if you're getting emotional, babe. We all process it differently. And then, Wicked, since you mentioned it, talking to the clouds. So everybody can do that. Everybody can not everybody has control of it, but talking to the clouds, it seems so simple that people would just be able to ask the clouds whatever, but sometimes the simple things we just can't wrap our head around because it's just so fucking simple. So how do you particularly talk to the weather?
I am it. I am you concept. So I apply that to I am me, I am you. So I am the cloud, I am the cloud. So I kind of talk to it nicely, as if I want a plant to grow, as if I give a plant love, as if I want that to grow. I'd talk to clouds, say, I'm really hot, I need to cool down. Can you please just give me a drizzle? Just, I know you're coming, clouds are coming, persuasion, and love.
I think that's important because I feel like people, it's this clicking off conceptual thing where we talk to plants, animals, clouds, weather, spirit, like we're talking to another person with respect. We ask, we put ourselves in the shoes of the thing that we're asking for. How would we like to be talked to? What would we like out of that relationship?
And clouds are water, and we are water. So I just break it down that way. So water cleanses me, so I'm asking it to cleanse me. So I need this now and not later. Please give me a relief. Kind of thing.
I kind of like those add-ons of the now, not later kind of thing. Putting things in a nice way, but it's if I was just to say, Kate, I would like you to come over later today. She would be like, well, what time would you like me to come over today? And it's the same thing as talking to spirit guides. It's hey, I need your help. And they just stand there. And you're like, hey, I need your help with whispering in someone's ear about this situation for a little bit of influence. So the more details you can give, but also speak to whatever you're speaking to with the respect that you would desire, the more successful you're going to have with any of the things.
It's motion sickness, 1720. I feel like.
She's Katie. She's
Katie.
Yeah. She sometimes goes by Kat also. So Kate, if
he's
an
airborne, or something
Katie, Kate can't see the comments.
Yeah.
It says the clouds sometimes make me feel dizzy watching them, but it might be the movement. And then Wicked got motion sickness.
Yeah.
And I know it's equilibrium. What does she need to do to break away from it?
Well, that makes me think, are you part of the ground then?
Yeah, because that reminds me of me being in the roller coaster thing. If I have my ground and my top centered, I've now learned, then this part of me goes like this, and I'm good. But if I don't have my top centered and I just close my eyes, I'll throw up. So where are her straps?
Well, she needs to go retrieve them. They're like not where she left them. So it's like, you could say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good, please activate Amethyst Lost and Found healing to my grounding straps.
And Amethyst is my 8-year-old, guys. They have a lost and found healing, and people use it for tax papers, cars, credit cards, license, thoughts, songs, memories, spiritual stuff.
Spirit,
She got him back, Kate. She hasn't typed it, but I feel it.
Yeah. I sped it up so she'll like put them on and everything too. Like, okay, you should be able to activate them now. Well, they lit up. What are those little child toys where it's like you put it around your ankle and you skip over it?
Skip it.
That's what her grounding straps look like. 2 skip-its.
She said, yeah, I think I left them in the Earth's energetic lines and not on me.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to take them from the Earth's energetic lines, whatever that means, like whatever work you were working on. You can actually leave a fragment up. No, never mind. That's how autopilot stuff happens. There's got to be a way to do it, though. No, activate the Earth's own. Don't leave your stuff in it. So whatever you were doing, Katie, activate the Earth's own blah, blah, blah to the work that you were doing instead of leaving your stuff there. Because when we leave, here's another thing that came up, and I put it on a documented thing. Today I did on my TikTok. When you leave, we used to all be doing all of this, and we all remembered, and we all knew how. All of us as humans, as energetic, larger beings, when we weren't as fragmented out into these humans, we all used to have these. We remembered what we could do, what we were a part of, what we had the ability to create, and with no human, like, this is bad, this is good kind of shit. And a lot of us went, oh, I can do that. I'll just leave mine on autopilot. Like, you guys don't worry about it. But then when the corruption happened, which we're all trying to wake up from that amnesia, there's a lot of that shit that got left on fucking autopilot that we don't even remember that we have, that is ours. And it got corrupted by the system because it was just sitting there, lost and found. Nobody was using it.
Finders keepers.
Yep. So we can do a group healing for anybody listening and anybody on this live to get their stuff back. But that phrase specifically, the energy of like no one was using it, it's lost and found, that's connected to something. What the fuck is that connected to? I know it's a person, like I hear it, but like,
what are you talking about? What is it connected to?
I need to go back to that. Sorry. I need to go back to that moment of whoever the fuck that is. That's like, and I know it's multiple, but that oversoul, that's just like, well, no one was using it. It was just sitting there.
That sounds like something Ducky would say.
No.
I'm not.
It feels like the spaceship, Kat. It feels like the spaceship.
What spaceship? Which one?
We were going to Earth from our planet. That whole thing. Like whenever we were, he just had a.
Oh,
yeah, I know which, but people listening don't.
Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, hey people. So.
Kate's like, what do you mean? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Back during the thing that starts with an A. Those people.
Anunnaki?
We didn't call ourselves that, so that's weird. Okay, so Anunnaki, back whenever they were a thing, and we were moving planets to retrieve quote unquote groceries, it was like that thing, like, oh, these spaceships, they're just here. Why can't I take them? They can go get supplies. Why can't I? Finders keepers. That's where I got channeled back.
Can you do your word healing to finders keepers?
Yeah. Serious and High Good, please activate Kate's word and phrase healing to the term finders keepers. Losers weepers.
Jeepers creepers.
Where'd you get those titties? I'm not a fan of horror movies, but I do like that.
It was filmed in Florida.
Oh God.
It was filmed
was
in
it?
like my neighboring hometown.
That's funny.
I can show you where even.
That'd be cool.
Oh, show me.
Vacation time.
When we went to the nighttime kayaking in our car, when we went down that dirt road, Tara was like, "This is the beginning of a horror movie." We're in Florida, deep in the woods.
It was like a limestone freaking driveway thing, like potholes the size of cows everywhere. Like,
We all have Jeeps. It's all good.
yeah, it didn't matter, but it was still funny. Like,
Love that.
okay. I think I should leave and come back so I can see the comments. Is that what I have to do?
No, because we're not going to stay on much longer, so
Okay.
might as well just stay here.
Okay.
Turtle Cat Medium is on here, and they said, "OMG, we started singing it at the same time, the Jeepers Creepers song."
Is there something we need to see?
So there's something they need to see there because it was like a slight verbiage, and it made both of them sing that exact song. So it's about justice work because it's creepy. So the one that was like fighters keepers, fuck everybody else. There's justice work that needs to happen that Wicked and Turtle Cat do.
We'll just apply your justice to that then. It would be called like Wicked's Justice or Bobby's
Yeah.
Justice for Turtle Cat Medium.
That's like towards all horror movies and anything horror related. Because I live in Blairstown, and that's where Friday the 13th is filmed.
Oh, you have a lot of connections to lots of horror stuff. I know you do.
Yeah, I do. Too many.
So go ahead and
Too many-
apply that.
Too
you
many to
guys.
count.
I don't have any preset justice workings.
That's
I'll make
just
a
Wicked's
business.
justice feeling.
Yeah. Or working. Okay, there's movement. There's things going.
Yeah. I feel it in my temples.
Starts in my toes and it's good.
Blah, 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 blah.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
And
Okay, so that's the old children's stories that Disney has remade into like love and glamour and sparkles. The actual, like the stories that those stem from, we need to reach out to not just the horror stories, but the actual events that those were channeled off of.
fairy tale.
Oh, you're right. Because that's Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden has a nursery rhyme
Yep.
too.
I wouldn't call it. Is that a nursery rhyme, technically? That would be considered a nursery rhyme?
Yeah.
Lizzie
She's got
Borden
one.
grabbed an axe, gave her father
Lizzie
40 whacks.
Borden
Fucking-
took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Which isn't true, by the way.
It's
We've
not
all looked
true.
into it. We've already looked into it. That's not. We're not going
Yes.
into it right now.
Let's
We've
not
looked into it
go
for a couple years.
Okay.
All right, so send that to,
Nursery rhymes in the original stories.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's making me really thirsty, and I know it's got something
No,
to do
yeah.
with you, Tara.
Well, that's neat. I'm
It's
thirsty
making
too.
me really thirsty.
It's affecting my teeth.
I'm like holding back because I don't. If she's recording this, it's gonna be raunchy as fuck.
It's great.
That's all
Great
right.
time.
This is the way we live. I think I'm good. I think we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, feels better.
If it's in the highest good, please apply the closing statements to this at this time. And allow anybody who is involved in those stories to get a light bulb moment so that they have the ability to heal that part of their soul themselves in a way that's conducive for them and fits their practice. Please copy and paste this all over space, time, spaces in between dimensions, realms, pocket dimensions, multiverses, and realities.
Confirmation. This is confirmation.
Please apply, if it's in the highest good, please apply everyone who wants to their own house cleanse to all of this from that now moment to all future timelines. If you're wondering what the house cleanse in, I have a create your own house cleanse. It's pinned in my first video on my TikTok, and it's also in my link tree as well. And it's this, I have Cat and Boots 138. It's the same name on all platforms for myself. Oh my God. Speed this up by 100 million years. No longer. It's like a burp that wants to be a vomit, so that's fun.
I just have to snap along to the beat.
Give it to me in burp form. I'll take it.
Give it to me. You took it. That's great. That was fucking cool. That made me really happy. It's so simple, but yes, thanks. Appreciate you. It's gone.
Funny.
That's great. Okay, Spirit, please align all of us that are on this live and our family, friends, relationships, pets, and all those listening on the podcast. Family, friends, relationships, pets, career, home, clarity, prosperity, purpose, written and filmed documentation of all of that to the most healed timeline, what is already ours, receiving what is already ours, and back to our now moment. Anybody want to add anything before we go?
No, I'm tired as fuck. I'm just being honest. Hey,
Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for listening at home. And if you want to view this, live, it will be saved on my Instagram and possibly my YouTube, and that's Cat and Boots 138. Thank you everybody for joining along and hanging out. Bye.
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 To book a dual session with Kate and Kat, visit either of our websites listed in the description of this video. For a spirit guide reading, you can book with Captain Kate at www.captainkate.com. For a one-on-one trauma healing session with Cat and Boots, you can visit www.catandboots138.com.